Hey there. I know we're supposed to be sorting Skittles right now, but I just wanted to really briefly introduce myself. My name is Professor Brad Charles, and you can email me at any time at this address. I wrote Research the Law, and I'm going to be taking you through the research process on close to 60 videos throughout the whole book. So I just wanted to say hi and introduce myself and make myself available to you. You can email me if you have questions, concerns, confusion, whatever, let me know. It helps to give me a little context, tell me what section you're in, things like that. I can promise you three things on all of these videos. Number one, low production value. I don't put a lot of time into making these things beautiful or myself beautiful, as you can see. But that's because I don't see a lot of increase in learning by smooth, shiny production value. Number two, I will promise you high utility. Every single second I will use to show you something useful. If it's not useful, I won't show it to you. And number three, I can promise you brevity. I will do everything I can to not waste a second of your time. We will get through the videos quickly. You can slow them down. You can pause them. You can do whatever you need. You can always contact me. So I will move at a pretty good clip. Okay, that being said, let's jump into sorting primary versus secondary authority. So I'll shrink myself down and show you my screen, and let's get right to it. Okay, so here is all law as you read about it in Research the Law. This nice little graphic is as though the law is neat and tidy. But in reality, when you go and research the law, it can often be like just a random pile of Skittles. So let's talk about, let me just show you really briefly how law can be super duper messy. So here I'm just showing you, I just ran a search in Westlaw, and oftentimes what you get is a screen with primary authority, secondary authority, all the different types of law, and it's hard to tell what's binding and what's not. And so you're going to learn over the course of Research the Law how to determine primary versus secondary, what's binding on your client and what is not. So first of all, I just want to show you when you go to free websites, like here is the statutes for the state of Michigan, the law is really easy to determine. This is primary. Everything on this website is going to be primary authority. These are all statutes. It's all codified law under primary authority. So this is really easy to determine. Same thing with Google Scholar. If we just search case law on Google Scholar, then everything we're looking at here is case law, and this is all primary authority. Now, whether it's binding on our client situation or not is a slightly different question, and we'll get to that later. But on free websites, it's really easy to do. So now let me just show you on fee-based websites like Lexis, Westlaw, Bloomberg, a couple of tips. So tip number one for organizing your Skittles is to use the home screen effectively. So if you click on content on your home screen, whether this is Westlaw, content types, or it's Lexis, it doesn't matter. Just go and here you'll see your law organized like you see it in the chart and Research the Law. You see cases, primary authority statutes, primary administrative codes, that's regulations, that's primary. And then you have secondary authority over here, treatises, and so forth. So it's really easy if you use the home screen to do it. So that's number one, or tip number one for fee websites is use the home screen to target the type of authority you're looking at. The second tip, and this is the final point of this video, is use filters on your website. So after you run a search in whatever website, we'll run it here in Westlaw. Right after you run a search, use the filters to clearly see what's primary authority and what is secondary authority. So the filters are over here on the left-hand side, whether you're in Lexis or Westlaw, they're generally over here on the left. And you can clearly see here kind of what you're looking at. So content types, I'm choosing cases. So now I'm looking at just primary authority, case law. I'm looking at just statutes. So that's primary authority, codified law. All right. Regulations, that's codified law under primary authority. And then I get down here under like briefs and forms, and there's other types of secondary authority. And then of course there's just all secondary sources here. So the filters can help you determine what the heck am I looking at. They'll help you sort the Skittles into these nice, neat, tidy piles. All right, see you back in the book.